Hey guys, it's me, 1239 here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Stranger Things BTS behind the scenes stuff with Amybeth and her character Vickie in season 4. So as we know, Vickie's hair color is red and it resembles Anne's hair, except for the fact that Vickie has short hair and Anne had longer hair with braids, and in season 3 we saw her with even longer hair and she still had braids, but it was a lot longer. Vickie's hair resembles more of an 80s hairstyle, which is cool. And what's interesting about the fact that they decided to go with this particular hair color was the fact that it's related to Molly Ringwald. Now, if you guys haven't heard, well, if you guys don't know who Molly Ringwald is, then you gotta catch up. But Molly Ringwald was an iconic actress in the 80s. She did films like The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, etc. Yes, we stand. She has short red hair and it was an iconic look in that time period. I'm gonna read an interview that the hairstylist from Stranger Things said about how Molly Ringwald's hair color came to be Vickie's hair color in the show. So Sarah Hinsgall is the stylist in Stranger Things, and I remember she was one of the first people that Amybeth followed that was related to Stranger Things. The next thing fans discovered was that the Stranger Things hairstylist, Sarah Hinsgall, recently followed Amybeth sometime in mid-February. It would actually make a lot of sense for the hairstylist and Amybeth to interact beforehand, as Amybeth did dye her hair blonde just before leaving to go to Atlanta, likely to prepare for a role in this series. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the link to the interview below for you guys to check it out. This is an interview with Netflix to Dumb. Speaking of volume, who inspired the hair for Vickie? Amybeth Mcnulty, one of the new characters. Molly Ringwald from 16 Candles, and the story behind it is so amazing. I sent Amybeth to wig fittings, sending the stylist all the images of colors I like, trying to figure out Molly Ringwald's color. And then one day, my wig maker calls and he's like, "Oh my god, guess who's here for a wig fitting? Molly Ringwald." He told her we were trying to make a wig like her hair, and she actually gave us her real color. I think it was called Firefly Red or something like that. She was so excited about it, which I thought was just the sweetest thing ever. We sent photos back to her and she's like, "A little off here, but really good." I think that's such an iconic story. I think it's so iconic the fact that the show takes place in the 80s and they were able to find one of the most iconic figures in the 80s to give tips on how to style Amybeth's wig and hair color. I think that's so great. The next thing we're going to talk about relates to a video I just posted, and it is about the interview that Amybeth did for Elite Daily regarding Stranger Things and Anne, but I did do a video about what she thinks about a season 4 of Anne. I'll leave a link right here at the top of this page if you guys are interested. We're going to continue off from that video to discuss things that Amybeth talked about regarding Stranger Things. So the first part of this interview deals with how Amybeth auditioned for the role of Vickie and how long it took for her to get the part, etc. Let's read. The 20-year-old actor was shocked at how quickly she landed the small but mighty role of Vickie in Stranger Things Season 4. Usually it's a month or months and months where you keep trying, she tells Elite Daily of the audition process. But not this time. "I think I auditioned twice, which is still absurd to me. She got the news she landed the role while preparing for another film shoot. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks or something absurd, and I was screaming, crying on my own." Now, I'm almost 100% sure that the film that she's talking about, that she had to quarantine for while she found out that she got the Stranger Things role, is the film that she filmed in Toronto called All My Puny Sorrows. It's a Canadian film that came out last month. The reason why I think this is because I remember her posting Instagram stories and basically saying that she was quarantining for a film that she was filming in Toronto, and it was All My Puny Sorrows. But yeah, so it's crazy to think that she had known for that long, since November of 2020, and we found out about her getting the role of Stranger Things in June of 2021. So she had known for that long. That's crazy. And honestly, I can imagine how hard it must have been to keep that a secret, and also to be so excited and crying and screaming. Because as we know, Amybeth is a huge fan of Stranger Things even before she got the role. Back when season 1 and season 2 were airing, I remember her posting about the show and stuff. So it's iconic and crazy. But then came the hard part, actually showing up to work on Stranger Things. "I was very intimidated. Was I going to be welcome? Was I going to sit in the corner on my own?" she says. "The minute I walked onto the set, I knew I was okay, but yeah, I was petrified." Viewers haven't seen much of Mcnulty's character Vickie since the first episode when she was introduced as Robin's, Maya Hawke's, crush. While she can't give much else away, Mcnulty confirms fans will see more Vickie in one way or another when Stranger Things Season 4's finale 2 episodes, collectively known as Volume 2, hit Netflix July 1st. With Vickie, we have no idea if she's gay, if she's in a relationship or not. We kind of figure out a bit more in July, she says. There will be a lot of answers that we haven't had yet. She also warns fans to buckle up for an emotional ride, get some tissues ready, prepare to cry a lot. I have not finished watching Stranger Things at this point. At the time that I'm recording this video, I'm still watching episode 5 of season 1. All I know is that she was in the show for like 40 seconds in the first episode maybe, and that she had like 2 lines. So I honestly don't know what they're gonna have in store for her in volume 2, but I'm assuming hopefully that she'll be in more scenes and that we'll see her more in season 5, of course. The next thing we're going to talk about is about her relationship with Millie Bobby Brown, who we know plays 11 in Stranger Things. I talked about this a couple times in previous videos. Amybeth and Millie had interacted in the past, and we saw that in a live stream that Amybeth did where Millie joined and they got to like meet in that way virtually.
Hey, sweetheart!
Hi! Oh
it's
my
nice
goodness.
to actually talk to you.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Wait, this is like mental. I've never
I
never
know.
heard this.
But, of course, when Amybeth flew to Atlanta to film for Stranger Things, she got to meet Millie in person, and here's what she said about that. Did you know Brown or any of the other Stranger Things stars before being cast? I've been talking to Millie since I was 16, 17. We talked online. Stranger Things came out before Anne. I talked to a few of them. It was supportive. We're all child actors going through this weird new thing together. Then we lost contact because everyone got busy. When I got to the set, Millie was the first person I saw, and she was like, "This has been such a long time coming. It's so good to meet you." It felt like a reunion in a weird way. Are you and Brown close now? She's honestly such a little being of light. Like, she's so welcoming. If someone has that level of fame, you can imagine feeling almost intimidated by it. I think I didn't because I talked to her before I knew she was lovely. I had a sleepover at her house and went to dinner with her and her family. She wanted to make sure that I wasn't on my own because I was alone in America for 2 months. And it was nice to be included. I was there for her boyfriend's birthday and stuff. She's the sweetest. I adore that girl. And back when Millie turned 18, she had a birthday party and Amybeth took a picture with her and she posted it on her Instagram page, and this is what this is about. This was for Millie Bobby Brown's 18th birthday party, right? What was it like? It was amazing. She had this ABBA tribute act, and so everyone was singing along to ABBA. There was a beautiful dance floor, and honestly, my friends and I spent the entire night dancing. Like, that's all we did. And it was beautiful. Everyone was dressed up. So now before I get back to the final portion of the article, I wanted to share a cameo that Zender Garden publicly shared on her social media page that she got of Amybeth about the Duffer Brothers and their love for Anne and how they decided to approach her character Vickie and all that stuff. I wanted to share that now.
Hi Tanya, it's Amybeth here. Thank you so much for your question. So in terms of the Duffer Brothers being fans of Anne with Me, they told me, I think in the first meeting that we had together, I think it was on Zoom, they mentioned that they'd been brought up reading the book, which was so funny to me. I'd never intertwined the two, but that's why Anne of Green Gables appears in season 1, I think when Hopper is reading it to his daughter. I think I've got that right. And apparently that was why. It was just a huge part of their childhood, and there's so many little things in there that just relate to their life growing up. And in terms of Vickie, I mean, I did say that I wanted her to be quite different to Anne, just because ultimately in the script they're very different people. It's also in the 80s, it's kind of a different time and stuff. But they did say they wanted me to be ginger, which I immediately said, please, can I stay blonde and can you give me a wig? And they were like, it's okay, it's already in the works. Because trying to go from ginger to blonde, baby, it's the hardest thing in the world. But, that was what the ginger wig was. It was also, sorry, I'm kind of sick, that's why I'm like stuttering. But it was also in reference to Molly Ringwald, and it was like a little 80s kind of throwback thing. But yeah, no, in terms of influencing the character, I think they were really open about me discussing how, what her clothes were like, what her attitude was like, and they're very sort of, I don't know, open about it in terms of however you act, we will write kind of for that. And Vickie is very, very similar to me as a person, so I felt like I almost wasn't really acting, which was quite nice, actually. It was a huge kind of difference from what I've done before. But yeah, I think that answers all your questions, my love. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for your question, and so good to chat to you.
So the final part of the article relates to Stranger Things' impact on Amybeth's life, so I'll read that part out. Leading up to the big release, were you nervous? How did you feel about the world seeing you in Stranger Things? I was incredibly nervous, just in terms of invasion of privacy. I think that was a major thing for me. Maya Hawke called me a couple of days before and was really sweet and wanted to check in and make sure I was okay before it all happened. I've been okay right now. You'll see a bit more of me in July. And I think that's when I'm going to start to get a little nervous. Recognition has happened more. I've started wearing sunglasses, keeping them in my back pocket, but the reactions have been great. And I'm such a small part of it that I got to sit down and enjoy watching the show. So if you guys have been following her social media recently, you probably would have seen that she said that she would be taking a break from social media because of all of the invasion of privacy that she has been receiving, unfortunately, about her personal life. And I think that that is so horrible that people are invading it and that they think that they have the authority to say anything about whatever she's going through. I really hope that she'll be okay and that, especially with the release of Volume 2 of Stranger Things, that she won't get more of it. I guess that's my little PSA for this video. Don't invade people's privacy. Celebrities are just people too. They might be in the spotlight. They have chosen to pursue a career in acting, but it doesn't give anyone the right to treat them like they're not humans and like they don't have emotions and like they don't have agency or rights, because everyone has the right to their privacy and respect. Respect is so important. That's a little PSA that I wanted to say at the end of this video. And that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Volume 2 comes out on July 1st. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I don't know when I'm gonna finish watching it, but I will one day. And you guys will hopefully see it because I make reaction videos. And that's why I haven't watched everything, because I have to edit, stuff like that. Okay, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this video. Like this video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want. Thank you so much to Raster and Zarya Abdar for becoming channel members. It really means a lot to me. Joining my channel membership will give you awesome perks, emojis, and badges, and it helps to support my channel, so please consider joining if you think it's something you'd be interested in. That is it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!